Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris,
Ross,
Brandy,
Amber,
and hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. So, who was it that was talking about who brought
it was
that?
Amber.
It was
night.
on the it was on something on the asshole site.
Well, then tell us.
This woman bought a desk from. I didn't recognize the name of the place, but it was a place that sells furniture.
Yeah,
and it was boxed up, had 2 boxes, and she left a bad review on their page saying that she was missing 16 out of the 37 pieces.
You mean so one of the 2 boxes she lost while she had it in her possession?
Probably. And I think that's what she said. I think it was supposed to be 2 boxes, and I only have one. Went on this long review, and why they wouldn't refund her anything. And then someone shared, I guess it was the guy that owns the place, shared their messages back and forth. She had
Which is always awesome.
This desk. In her message said, "We bought this desk when I was pregnant 3 years ago."
Right there. That's all I'd have needed to hear. I'd have been like, I'm not giving you a fucking refund.
And it was in our garage, and we just now put it together, and it's missing 16 out of 37 pieces. So I need a refund.
Well, sounds like you lost a box.
Yeah, it sounds like you're shit out of luck. I'd be like, I'm not going to give you a fucking refund. So it's been
nowhere you would go after 3 years is going to give you a refund.
No, fuck no.
And if you even to have that expectation is ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it shows she's really entitled or out of touch with reality or something,
or both.
Yeah, all the above. I was looking at my Glowforge groups. Anyway, Glowforges are expensive. Okay, This is December, the end of December. This person said, "Well, I just don't know how y'all do this," and people were like, "You're gonna have to elaborate. That was vague." She's like, "Well, I bought my Glowforge in May, and it's still sitting in the box."
Well, the first step is to get it out of the fucking box.
Then you hook it up to the internet.
Yeah, I mean journey of 1,000 miles and everything. You got to take the first step.
I just can't imagine laying down that kind of cash.
I've been the asshole. I'm like, so you need directions on how to open a box?
Or how to put it together, or
there is no putting it together. I mean, literally, and it comes with a step-by-step of how to unpack it, because there's all these things to protect it during packing.
Right.
I mean, unpacking, it's a process, but there's an online walkthrough tutorial that tells you where to take things, and I just can't imagine. And she had gotten the highest model. So she got the Pro, which is $7,000.
And she couldn't manage to figure out
and she
how
let
to read
it
the instructions.
Sit for 7 months without opening it.
Wow.
I feel like she has too much money or something.
Yeah.
It's what it sounds like.
I mean, I understand being a little intimidated, but I don't know if you yourself.
You know, if I'm going to spend $7,000 on anything, you can bet your sweet ass I'm at least going to get it unpacked.
Well, you can bet your sweet ass I can't wait to play with it and figure it out. I mean, that's a hell of a toy. And just
that'd be like me buying a $7,000 guitar and leaving it in the trunk for a couple of months.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
And I mean, like I said, you know yourself.
Yeah.
If you're intimidated by... start with something small. Get a Cricut, and then
start with an Amazon box,
and
then move up from there.
But I can't imagine if you think you're that kind of person that gets so overwhelmed and then just put to do that.
So what were people saying when she said, "I haven't even opened the box"?
People were like, "So you spent $7,000 and you let it sit there for 7-8 months?"
Yeah.
And you're wondering why you're not making any money with it?
And it's supposed to do stuff for me? I thought it hasn't even taken itself out of the box.
Well, and
people don't just throw money at you because you own a thing.
Wow.
And she goes, I bought this so I could build a business and make income. Well, bitch, you're going to have to get it out of the box first. That's step one.
My God.
And I was like... You think maybe you're overthinking things?
Or
drastically underthinking.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
She had to have known that's the kind of personality she had.
Yeah.
She has to know.
Complete idiot?
Well,
I didn't know that was a personality type.
Procrastinator, or that new things really intimidate her. So why, this can't
why would you get the biggest model?
I'm going to spend every dollar I can, and then I'm going to look at it from across the room oh God, I'm
going to cover it with a blanket so it doesn't scare me.
So it doesn't look at me intimidatingly.
Jesus Christ.
People were like, like there were people that were literally posting like dot I got nothing dot. I mean, it was just like people were like,
That's that shit that makes me have Forrest Whitaker eye.
I mean, oh my God. And I mean, people were like, you're trying to make money to make ends meet. You could have paid a lot of bills with that.
Yeah, oh shit. Damn.
Yeah, probably paid off most of her bills with $7,000.
I was like, "Ooh, you're not very smart."
No, obviously not.
Wow.
You know, and I mean, and then come the social justice warriors,
Where they're all like, well, maybe, and they make up all this bullshit.
Yeah, like they make up this entire scenario. Well, maybe she has crippling depression. Maybe she does.
Maybe she's been in the hospital dying of cancer. God, I hate when people do that shit. Like,
yeah,
I can make up a story too.
Maybe she's a one-legged woman in an ass-kicking contest, but there's
she probably procrastinated going to get treatment for her cancer.
But I mean,
I hate it when people just make up this line of bullshit
to try to justify something, and
it's like no. You can take your fantasy and put it straight in your asshole. We're talking about what she said.
Yeah, and like if those are the facts, I feel like she would have told us.
Yeah,
I got no problem with that, but here's how it needs to go. Maybe she's just a dumbass.
Yeah. And I would have replied with that.
I've confronted people who make up these elaborate stories for somebody else.
Yeah,
and they don't even
that
know.
drives me nuts.
I'm like, where are you getting this stuff? You don't know what happened. That could have happened. Like,
You don't
Neither
know
do
either.
you.
I'm
That
like, you're
shit-
just making shit up.
That's my favorite. That could have happened.
Yeah.
And you know what?
It's plausible.
And you know what else could have happened? The dinosaurs didn't go extinct. They just moved to another planet because they built fucking spaceships. I mean,
Their
come
little
on.
tiny arms.
Maybe her arms fell off when she picked up the box. Now she can't do anything.
That's probably what happened.
No, how does she type it with her nose?
Yeah.
I've seen people type with their feet
I have
Maybe the day she bought it and brought it home, she was abducted by aliens.
and probed in
and-
her asshole until
Yeah.
she was
And if she's
paralyzed
It's
from the
been
neck
7
down.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's been 7 months.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, people were, people, because
Like maybe she's got
nobody
severe narcolepsy, and then when she looks at the box, she just falls asleep.
That was a hell of a nap.
What was that? Oh, Deuce Bigelow. Oh my God, that one chick
my
that had,
gosh.
she was like,
But
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry. That is horrible, but damn.
Okay, I wouldn't wish narcolepsy on anybody, but that's a funny fucking
but
thing.
Damn.
Oh, but yeah, I mean,
I
it's
knew
funny.
somebody with narcolepsy, and they never just fell over.
Yeah, it wasn't like
fall
that.
asleep.
'Cause
Like a fainting
They'll
goat.
like sit down and then kind of.
Yeah, because like Callaway and
But it would be funny if they were like fainting
Yeah.
goats and yelled out.
Brian's buddy Connie,
Oh my God.
her husband Matt has narcolepsy, and he does.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He doesn't like fainting goated, but like he'll just be walking through the house and
Fall the
collapse.
fuck over.
Oh my God, that's fucking crazy.
That's absolutely not funny, but that's kind
Damn.
of funny. I mean, I hate to make fun of somebody's
Right, I mean,
condition.
and that would suck to have.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of anybody's condition
you
because
would not
it would-
know. I mean, the first that had to be confusing as fuck. The first
yeah,
couple
no
times
shit.
they happened, like
oh my God, did he die?
Well, what about if he's driving?
he doesn't.
They can't drive.
He can't.
He
Yeah.
can't.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, they can't. Even if you have a seizure, like you can't drive for I think 12 months or something.
Yeah, you have to. Like my sister, she can't drive anymore because she has
The
got where
seizures.
she has seizures so much. You have to prove that you've been seizure free and like tapered down. You don't have to be off medication, but you can't be like you have to be on a maintenance dose, and for so many months before you're allowed to even try driving again, and then you have to do it. It's kind of like the learner's permit thing where you have to have somebody else in the car with you,
Right,
and graduated steps.
Damn.
But yeah, so yeah, I know he's like disabled, doesn't drive. I mean, it's real serious. Nobody's making light of that.
No, of course not.
But can you imagine like not knowing what fuck's
I'm
going
sorry,
on?
I'm
Yeah,
just
no
still thinking
shit.
of fainting goat people.
I know, yeah.
I'm an awful person.
That was
I'm
always
terrible,
That
whatever.
was always funny driving down. What was it? I-30 between Wichita Falls and Dallas and
Yeah.
I-30, 82, whatever it was, and fucking fainting goats on the side of the road and you honk at them.
Damn. Oh my God. Y'all are horrible people.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. So,
I think 200 episodes ago we established that.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the moral of that is if you're going to ask for a refund, do it in a reasonable fucking time.
Well, and just
No shit.
know yourself. God damn. Like, I mean, I would have laughed in her fucking face.
Oh, I
3
would have
years
too.
Oh, I
later.
would have too. 3 years
I'd been
later,
like, I know.
I'd be like, you got to be
Are you
shitting
fucking
me.
pranking me? Are we on like punk? What the fuck?
Is Ashton Kutcher around the corner?
If he is, holla.
So you wanted to talk about a grief group?
There was something on a grief group
Last night. Okay. So I've been joined this group, and it's been kind of helpful. It's like for grieving daughters have lost their parents, or specifically their mom. And this one, she is an adult, but I think she's a young adult just based on some things she said. Her parents had been divorced a long time. And her mom had told her that she wanted to be cremated, but she didn't want anybody
you did tell us
to
that.
keep to keep her ashes. She wanted part of them put with her father, and then part of them dispersed somewhere. And the daughter had really been struggling, like wanting to feel close to the mom, like, you know, like to feel like there was still a connection to something she could touch. And so I don't know how the dad and the stepmom came to get some of the ashes, but they had a little, like a teaspoon, not even a teaspoon, because like when I got this tattoo, it was like, you know, like the amount you put in of
just like a pinch
mica powder in resin, like just a little bit. So they got a pinch of it, and they had it made into a jewel for her to wear. And so she's like, I'm torn because I really want it, because I want that physical reminder, but then I'm thinking, will my mom be upset? You know?
No, she won't be.
I was like, your mom is on. She sees things from a whole nother lens now. You know, I believe the people that move on still can interact with us and still see us. I mean, I believe that, but I also believe that all the weird hang-ups that they had on this side are gone. Mm-hmm. You know, and like all they see is they want you to be okay, and they, you know. So I told her, I was like, look, I'm a mom, and I can tell you that all I would care about was my kids were okay. You know, if it made them comfortable, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, I was reading something not too long ago. These people, or this woman wants to be cremated, but like all her family is like completely against it. Like saying she's going to go to hell type thing.
Oh, those types of people.
Because they think in the Bible it says something. They think it doesn't say anything about you can't cremate your body.
It's where they talk about like when
the resurrection,
like the bodies rise up if you've been cremated.
You know, but guess what? All those bodies are going to be dust anyway by then.
Yeah, because they're going to be rotten.
So here's the thing. I'm not a theologist, but I would venture to say that if God is powerful enough to resurrect all these people, he can probably give a couple of new bodies out.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like Amber said, unless they're just real fresh dead, they're
like zombie dead.
Yeah, they're like dust anyway.
So I would like to know this family that has such an issue with it. What do they think about these bodies that died thousands of thousands of years ago?
People,
are they going to hell?
Are they doomed? Because their physical bodies are no more. They've decayed.
Yeah, because he didn't come back in time.
Well, you screwed us. Thanks.
I guess we're fucked.
That doesn't make any sense when you really think about it.
No.
It's like when preachers talk about like the natives and stuff. Because they didn't know, which was no fault of their own, they're going to hell.
Yeah, that never
makes no sense.
That always I was always like, that tripped my bullshit meter. I was like, that makes no sense at all, and I never found a preacher that could explain it.
It kills me, the amount of people out there that will take one part of the Bible so literally, and then other parts of the Bible, they're just like, oh, whatever, you know, and it's like...
Yeah, I saw something
like,
on
how
Facebook.
do you pick which parts you're going to like... And which parts are not?
Well, you know, you have a tribunal, and you pick and choose what books you want in the Bible to begin with.
Well, you know what tripped my bullshit meter, and this was probably one of the more offensive things I've actually heard somebody say out loud.
We have lots of things to pick from that church.
Oh my God!
But when he said when he called in you know
The Aboriginal.
Aboriginals and Native Americans, all this.
Oh,
the
yeah.
pop